Evening everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we're going to start our monthly colour along in this gorgeous Kelly O'Gorman calendar for 2021, and we're going to do each month together. I was hoping, and I hope you'll join me. I'll put a link up in the corner for you to have a look at the full flip through. If you haven't seen it, it is just out of this world. Kelly O'Gorman's posted a link to my channel in her Facebook page, so I will link everything down below so that you can find her Facebook page, find her Etsy page where you can go over and buy this gorgeous calendar. So obviously we're going to start with January. Now January is titled on the back cover Janus, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't know anything about Janus. So I've gone on Google and it tells me that Janus, I'll read it to you, was the god of beginnings and transitions in Roman mythology, and he presided over passages, doors, gates and endings, as well as transitional periods such as from war to peace or night to day. Last year, this year. He was usually depicted as having two faces looking in opposite ways, one towards the past and the other towards the future. Now we all need that right now, don't we? Something to look forward to. So the supplies I'm going to use is my Prismacolors, and I'm going to use, because they're quite large areas, a base of Panpastels. So if you don't have the Panpastels, the colours that I'm using in the Prismas will work without the Panpastels, so don't panic. And I want to start with Janus's faces. Now, and I've looked up the images, a lot of them are stone, but I don't want him to be stone. There were some that I found that were gold, and I thought, let's do it. You know, let's do it. This is January, this is a fresh start, and I want it to be a luxurious page, so we can have golds and yellows and oranges. It'd be lovely. And obviously the wood, because this is our tree growing up here, we've got the wood colours, and they all go really beautifully together. So, enough waffle from me. Let me just try and give myself a little bit of space. As you can see, probably I'm surrounded by supplies where I've been practicing. I don't want to get this wrong. This is my 2020 purchase. I love it. Well, I didn't purchase it. It was Happy Mail from Kelly. So, but I absolutely love it. Okay, so I'll bring the camera in and then I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, so we've got this face here. So what I'm going to do is take a Panpastel, and like I say, don't panic if you haven't got them. You can do this entirely with Prismas or pencils that are similar to these colours. And I've got yellow ochre tint, and I am going to baste his face with yellow ochre tint all over. And like I say, I have practiced it and it looks pretty cool. And this just takes some of the work out of, I'm not too fussed about a full coverage, I just want a base. This takes some of the work out of filling everything in. But like I say, please don't panic if you don't have them, it's not necessary. It just makes life easier for me. And I was requested by one of my subscribers if I could show them how I did it, how I used Panpastels as a base and then went over with pencil. So this will work really well. So that's that, yellow ochre, and I've left it kind of blank there, which is fine. So first colour that I am going to use is our darkest, which is unusual for me, but that's what I'm doing. So I've got light umber, and that's the darkest colour I'm going to use because I want, like I said, I want it to look like a golden statue, luxurious. And so I'm going to follow Kelly's lines as I usually do, and I'm going to put the shading in, and I'm going to follow her lines. And at the moment I'm just going in lightly, just so that I get a base of colour down. So we've got round the eye, So we're back in lockdown in the UK. I'll chat to you for a little bit while I'm filling in this light umber. We're back in a full national lockdown. However, you know that I work in schools. I work in a school, not schools, and I work with some of our most vulnerable students, and so I am going into work still currently, which I have to say is really lovely because there's only a few students in the room at any one time, and I can spend time with them and help them catch up with things, and it's just so lovely to have that time with them. So I'm currently still working, which will be the plan. I think I will, we will continue that way unless anything else changes. But yeah, it's really lovely to be able to spend more one-to-one time with them and help them with the things they need. So I'm loving it. Okay, so I'm literally just, by the way, this cardstock is the first time I've used it, and it's lovely. It's really nice to colour on. Yeah. So enough about that anyway. It is what it is, and it's all a bit rubbish. But we have the wonder of art, don't we? To keep us going, and thank God we do. I think I'd be demented without it. So I'm just mapping out where I want all the colours to go, and then we'll go back in and add all the layers back over the top. Make sure we've got it all right first though. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for all your comments and the new subscribers that I've had. I think that's down to the wonderful Kelly. You can't see, can you? It's very difficult. I'm just going to shifty my keyboard out the way. Excuse me. Right, there we are. There we go. What was I saying? Yeah, and I think that's down to the wonderful Kelly posting on her Facebook group. I really do, but it's so much appreciated, and welcome to you all. And to all my loyal subscribers that have been so lovely. You really have. Let's keep going around here. I can't thank you all enough, I know people say, people say it all the time that they're thankful for their subscribers and things, but you'll know if you followed me that my confidence was so low when I started this channel that it's quite painful to go back and have a look at some of the videos that I did, and I feel so boosted and buoyed by you all. It's just lovely, so thank you so much. It it literally has been a lifeline for me. Okay, now round here I'm going to go in his little nostril, and then I just want to check that you can see. I'm sorry about the shadow. It's obviously I've been at work and it's nearly 5 o'clock and we are dark outside already. So I'm just following the black line. With our light umber. And like I say, we will go back in and go over it. I just want to get the colours right, the placement right. And it kind of feels like no pressure at all, Lucy, because Kelly sent me this gorgeous, gorgeous book and I don't want to fluff it up. I so badly do not want to mess this up. So I'm coming up here too. Oops. Alright. So next I've got burnt ochre. Okay. And I am going to go back over the spaces that, light umber, and bring out this burnt ochre. Not too far, I'm just going back over the, like I say, back over the first colour and bringing this, allowing it to come out. Gosh, I hope this works. I've gone quiet. That's the concentration. I'm just going to sharpen this. A bit more. Okay. So, round the eye. I'm going to bring that up here. A bit more in there. So I think this might take us, well, it definitely will, take us a couple of parts to complete. I think a minimum of 2 parts, because there's so many elements to these pictures and I don't want to rush it, I want it to be enjoyable. So I hope you're happy to see a couple of videos of it over the next few nights. And it's nice as well to be able to step away and look with a picture that's got all the elements in this and think about colours that you want to use, you know, really study the image, because I think it really is open to interpretation, this image. And they could have been stone, but I liked the thought of them being golden statues guarding this doorway from 2020 to 2021. And I wanted that to be sort of really luxurious looking. So gold it was. And I could have painted it, I know, but I haven't used Prismas for such a long time. And it's a supply that most of you seem to have. And so I thought, right, well, we'll go with the flow. So I'm just going back round here. Okay. And in here. Under the eye. There. Okay, right. Next colour is yellow ochre. Can you see? Yeah, yellow ochre. There we go. And then we're going to do the same. I'm going over everything and I'm going to bring the yellow ochre out. It's like relearning to colour again using Prismas, because they're so soft. After using the Pablos and the Polys, it's like learning to colour all over again. They're lovely though. Okay, I'm going to come up here. I'll just shift you around. So I'm going over the whole thing and then bringing that yellow ochre out over the top of it. Now, if we haven't done enough colour, we can go back in. So don't press too hard with your layers at the moment, because we may want to go back over. Oh goodness. Ooh, sounds like someone's having a row outside. Coronation Street out the window. Oh dear. And we should very shortly start to see an impression of gold, or at least golden in colour, you know. I have to come around this top lip. And around all these details. Concentrating. So I hope you're all well. Are you back at work? Do you have to go to work, or are you stuck at home in your pyjamas? In which case I'm jealous. I love being in my pyjamas. Let me know, are you at home doing lots and lots of art? Watching lots and lots of YouTube? Are you enjoying it? I know there's a few people that I've spoken to about the March lockdown, and they said that they absolutely loved it. You know, it's not like we're being asked to do anything heinous, was it really? Stay at home, go on the internet and work on our favourite projects. But for some people it's awful, you know. They can't see people, they're isolated, it can be a really tough time, and I get that. So let me know how you're coping, what you're doing, and if you're just watching me while you colour along, tell me what you're colouring, what you're interested in. That would be nice. Okay, so we've got kind of a base going on there. Next colour that I'm going to use is the beautiful, I love this colour, Jasmine. Can you see that? There you go. Alright. There we go, refocused. And again, I'm going over the whole thing, and I'm going to bring the jasmine into that beautiful pan pastel and fade it out. So we get a nice soft shine. Hope that makes sense. Could you see? Okay. Well, we're going to do the rest anyway. So we're going around here, going over everything we've coloured, and just lightly leaving that very light tint that we put down visible. So if you are just using the Prismas, just go over it very lightly, and then you'll still get that illusion of shine. So like I say, we might need to go back over. Beautiful colour, this jasmine, and it works so well with other things for blending. And okay, just trying to keep that shape of his nose. See here, I think round the lip I will have to darken that up, and that's fine. Okay, let's go back in. So back to our light umber, and I'm just going to give it a turn in the sharpener. There we go. And I'm going to bring that out because that's just not enough there at all. But that's the whole point of doing it lightly, is so that we can go back in and add details in, deepen up our colours. And now we know where they need to be, it makes life an awful lot easier to do that. So I'm literally just, as I said before, following Kelly's lines. And just deepening up what we've already done. And then we'll go in and smooth it all out. Smush it all down. Blend it all in together. Okay. Just going to make sure that there's enough colour there. There we go. Okay, right, back in with the burnt ochre. And we'll do the same again. Just making sure I've added enough colour. Quite happy with that bottom lip, I think. Just want some more around here. There we go. Join that there. We definitely want some there. Okay, then back in with the yellow ochre, and we do the same again. Coming now. Okay, then take the beautiful jasmine and blend that all in. And then just get lighter to blend into that yellow ochre tint that we put down. Checking that. I'm going to have to be very mindful when we're doing this of keeping you in shot because it's such a big piece. So it takes quite a while, but you're just going to have to be patient with it and let the colours build up. I'm barely touching the page there just to blend that in. I haven't decided where else I'm going to have gold at the minute. The other face obviously will be gold. This is wood. But these rays come out. Sorry, you can't see that. These rays come out which are part of that, if you see what I mean. So we'll have to think and plan. I don't know. So I'm just letting the Prismas do their work, the usual fantastic blends that they do. Now I didn't know whether I thought this would be gold enough, but I'm actually quite pleased with it. But one secret weapon that I did have was, for a start, ginger root. You see? Yeah, ginger root. Okay, that will help to blend all that. So you can go in with a little bit more pressure and start to make sure that your blends are smooth. Stay away from that jasmine edge with it though, because it's a very different colour. And that really helps to blend it all through, but without you losing the colour. One New Year's resolution I do have, folks, is to try and keep my blooming thumb. See, I just keep going to go like that, and it's, when I watch my videos for editing, I think, oh, put your thumb away, for goodness sake. So I will try my right, I'm going to leave it there. I will try my very best to keep my thumb out of your way. Okay. Right, I'm just going to give that a quick brush. There we go. Now, just for one final bit of tone, I have got goldenrod. Okay, now where we've just blended all that, I'm just going to go back over all of that with a bit of goldenrod. That's my tummy rumbling, if you could hear it. I do apologise. I'm just not too heavy-handed, but just go back in and it'll give it that, just that finishing touch. It just helps to sort of, I don't know, gold it up. Gold it up. Bit of bling. If that's a thing, if people still say that anymore, I don't even know if they do. I don't hear my children at school say it. Okay folks, I think I've faffed with that, and you know what I'm like. I'm just going to take my jasmine and I'm just going to ensure that I've got that light blend into the pan pastel. There. I hope you like it. I was really pleased with the result actually. So let's come out. Right, and if I shift you over this way a little bit. So we're going to have the other face to do. Obviously I'm not going to do that on camera with you because we would be like 4 hours. So homework will be for me, and for you, if you're colouring along, will be the other face the same way. Then now we're going to do the tree that is the door frame. So pan pastel again, and I took raw umber. Okay, hang on. So this is one of my new sets. One of the, not my new sets, one of the pastels out of my new set. They're gorgeous colours. So I'm taking raw umber, literally just putting a dab of that on, and I'm using this one because I need to be a little bit more precise, because I want to make sure that I stay within the tree. And if I do go out, I can just erase it, so that's fine. So this is just my base, and I'm going to go all the way up here. And what I will do is just do this one half with you, otherwise, like I say, the video is going to be horrendous. And we're going to do both sides the same, all the way around the door. And I'll think about the next bits, the next elements that we're going to do for our next video, I think. Otherwise, we're going to be... I'm just tidying up that pan pastel. Get rid of that. Okay, so we've now got a pan pastel base for our tree. And I've got a couple of colours, but the first one that I want to start with is dark umber. Is it going to pick that up for you? Come on, there you go. Alright, now if I bring you in a little bit, I might get it right one day. I doubt it. It wouldn't be my channel, would it, if I didn't fluff things up? Okay, so following Kelly's lines, I'm going to put in the dark umber. Pretty much like we did with the face. Where are we? So I'm following the lines in the dark umber. Like that. Okay, should we just concentrate on this little bit? We'll see how it goes. Okay, next colour that I want to introduce is the gorgeous chocolate. Love this brown. So where we've then put in the dark umber, we're going to introduce the chocolate. There we go. We're not going to fill the entire thing in, we just colour following, getting tired folks, following the dark umber lines. And you might think, well, what's the point in putting the pan pastel base down if you're just going to cover it all up? But if this was blank, this wouldn't cover like this. If you get what I mean, it still will be visible and makes life an awful lot easier. So that's very sketchy, but we'll go back over it and crisp it up in a minute. Okay, next gorgeous colour is, just get it from this pile, burnt ochre, and I'm just going to use my little one, and I'm going to do the same with that. So I'm going in and over and bringing the colour in. bringing it into that pan pastel space. And it just gives us a lovely effect. Instead of it just being flat, it kind of gives us that, I know it's not realistic looking, but it gives us that, you know, the difference that you get in wood bark. So it's not just flat colour. And the next colour I've got is, come on camera, you can do it. We're all tired. Come on, you can do it. There you go. Is beige. Okay. And then where we put the pan pastel, I'm going in with beige in our light spots, and this will just help to bring it out. Which is why I said if you don't have pan pastels, don't worry, because all these colours you can just use without the pan pastels. Okay. Beige. Right, we're going to sharpen up these lines. So I'm going to get, I forgot how often you have to sharpen these to keep a point on the Prisma, even if you're not pressing hard. Okay, we're going back in with our dark umber, and I'm going to really bring out those lines. I'm going to try and keep turning the pencil so that I can keep a point on it longer. Alright, I think we'll just stick to this little portion because I'm going to do the door frame all the way around the same, and there's no point in me keep showing you the same thing. You'll get bored. Okay, follow that line up. So I just want that to be nice and crisp, the difference between the dark and light. There we go. Right, stop faffing. Okay, then I'm going back in with, going to get my chocolate sharp. Oh, it's just broke on me, marvellous. 1 second. I went without chocolate for the longest time. Just one of the reasons why I put my Prismas to one side was because I was missing so many colours and I couldn't get them in the last lockdown. And then I reordered a load, and I think they must have been battered quite badly in the post, even though they were packaged really well. They were quite broken. And I'd gone without chocolate for such a long time, and I love this colour for hair and all sorts of things. It's wonderful. It's that, like, this dark umber, light umber and chocolate I use a lot. And they're like what I consider to be like true brown. In fact, then, you know, there's a lot of browns that are very red. Like this is quite red, the chocolate, but in conjunction with other colours it works really well. So back in with the, what did I say it was? Burnt ochre. And I just love this combination together. And with that golden face, all these earth tones, they're just going to look beautiful together, in my opinion. Okay, and then back in with beige. Look at the state of this one, look. Drives me bonkers. But because I'm only using it for blending, I'm not too fussed. Okay, I'm just going to blend all that in. So there are still spaces where you can see the pan pastel through it in my version, but like I say, now hopefully I've reassured you that you don't need to have the pan pastels to be able to do this. So one other final thing I'm going to do is take the dark umber and I'm going to go round the very darkest spots on this statue and bring all that out. So that's what I will do. Carry on like that. Where are we now? Right, round here, underneath his lip. I hope you'll agree that it just helps to bring out that detail that we may have lost in blending. So yeah, I think it looks really cool. I'm very pleased with it. I'm just going to go up here. There. What do you think, my lovely people? Well, let's come out and see what we can see. Right, I'm going to try, hang on. There we go. So, what I'm going to do off camera is I am going to fill in the rest of the door frame down to this tree here. So all the way around there in the colours I've just shown you. I'm going to do the other face. Now if you look, let me bring you in. If you look here, you can see that this statue joins here. So we've got this little scroll and these rays. So again on this side, where we haven't coloured, it might be easier to see. So this is the top of the eyebrow and the head joins all these rays coming out. So I am going to do those in gold because that's part of the statue, and I'm going to do the door frame. Then there will possibly be some other places that are gold, but I haven't decided yet, and I'm not sure what to do for the door. I don't want it to be stone and boring, but equally I really like the earthy tones that we've been using, so I'm not sure. I'll have to have a think about it. Gorgeous, isn't it? I just love it, and I'm really pleased with how he's coming out. I shall do a little bit more smoothing over and blending out and whatever until I'm happy. You know what I'm like, I'm a bit of a faffer. So I'll go away and do that and then we will meet again either tomorrow or the next day to do the next part of this beautiful, beautiful image. Hopefully when I've got those bits done and we've framed it, then the rest of the colours will come to me. So I really hope that you've enjoyed it and you've enjoyed Kelly's beautiful work too, because I know I'm loving it. So I'll let you go, folks. Thank you so much for coming along with me on my journey and all my adventures. It means so much to me to have you with me and chatting to me in comments. So until we meet again in the next couple of days, take really good care of yourselves, guys. Night night.